glazed pottery happens to be on sale right now, so we try to highlight something, whether it's hard goods or obviously fall plants, from mums to different fall annuals that you can incorporate within your display. A lot of our displays, we do not have a display department. We use all of our employees to come up with the displays, and it's up to them. So one month it might be somebody's display time, and then they come out, they pick out what they want to use, we talk about it, and they put it up. Normally, it's never overridden by anybody because we want people to be inspired when they come and see the displays. So hopefully they'll walk down now to our pottery area and find a pot that they might want, or wander over into the mum section or the fall annuals and grab something, and then they can be inspired and plant it at home. Over on this side, we try to incorporate a few more of the perennials that you can incorporate either in the ground or within pots themselves. We have mums, we have other fall annuals already potted up in a plant. We also display what is on sale for this week too, so people can kind of see what's going on throughout the whole garden center. Depending on the plants that are available this time of year, you want to put your best foot forward and put out what's looking really good right now. This time of year, mums are, those are king, as the plant that people want to have. So to give just pops of color that people can see, but we also want it shoppable too, because a display doesn't need to be so pretty that a customer is afraid to grab something out of it. So if somebody wants that plant, that's great. We've done our job. We can replace it. We have more. In an effective display, we want to inspire our customers to be able to see what they can do now in the garden or in their yard. Every display isn't always the winner where we say that just sold a lot or it didn't sell anything, but that's okay. I mean, we got to keep trying new and unique things to get customers drawn in here to buy product, and that's more key, that we keep changing it up as quickly as things start to sell and we integrate new product in. I have a great staff, and they take the initiative and say, I think it's time that we do this, and that's great. Other times it may be me saying, this display looks really tired, it's run its course, let's set it up to do something different. And I may come up with an idea, but 90% of the time they come up with the idea. Some things that we could probably do, we could add some small signs in there saying these plants are great for this planter, or these plants will last until the end of October. You could do some friendly reminders, but sometimes displays will sell themselves too, just letting the customer know that, hey, it's time to shift your planters from summer to fall. The more tips that you can give your customers on what to do, I think the better off the display is going to sell and inspire them. This time of year we can give really good one-on-one service because it's a little bit slower. In the springtime we can't do that, so the more that you can put on a sign or on a piece of paper where they can take the tip sheet with them, I think the better off the customer is able to find the product and take it home. And this area has sold down quite a bit in the last couple weeks. We were really featuring our fountains in it and tranquilities. We've just added a lot of our fall flowering plants, whether it's the hydrangeas, the phlox, echinacea, just to give them some pops of color and inspiration. And it just feels a little more tranquil when you have the water fountains going. We use this side of the greenhouse from about the middle of June on. We normally would have tables set up in rows in here with other product, annual product, but once that transition of getting the flats of annuals out of here, then we make it more of a transitional display of what we want to sell to people. I think just before this display went up, it was a pollinator garden. So we had all the different types of pollinator plants, and that seemed to sell a lot of plants. As soon as you start seeing the butterflies and the hummingbirds come in, customers see that sells itself when we get a lot of different pollinators coming in and grabbing the bees. Mother Nature helps us out too, so that's good. You just don't want to see straight lines of every bench out there, and you want to be able to give some customers the inspiration that they need. A lot of customers may walk by them but all it takes is 2 or 3 to say, I really love this, and they fill their cart up with plants, and it's done its job. The displays at certain times are going to get a little more picked over, obviously, and fall time is a little more difficult time to keep everything looking good, and you really do want to keep everything looking good. But as product starts dwindling down, you need to also try to dwindle down, take down more tables, unless you're getting more product in. But there's a fine line in the fall time. In the springtime, you're looking for room. You could use twice the amount of room that you have, but it is a little more difficult in the fall time to make everything look just pristine. So it's kind of the nature of the business, especially in the fall time. We've used a lot of these smaller signs up above, banners up above, to just let people know which plants are where. We use them a lot in our vegetable area, so these are the herbs, these are the tomatoes. To us, it all makes sense. You know what an annual is, you know what a tomato is, you know what an herb is. But a lot of customers for the first time don't know what a tomato plant looks like or what an herb plant looks like. So we try to give as much information with signage, because again, we do not have enough people in the springtime to be able to help each customer. We have competitors here in town. I'll make a loop through all of them probably 2 to 3 times during the season, but I'll also go shop the mass merchants. It's always nice to see what they're selling, what their product looks like. A lot of times it's great, sometimes it's not so great.